Hello everyone, welcome to the Inspire Diary. I hadn't planned on thinking about her again. You know, some people stay in your life, but others, they only stay in your conscience. Lisa was one of those people, and it took me way too long to understand why. She was 24, quiet, always seemed a step behind in meetings. While the rest of us were loudly debating ideas, she'd be sitting there, notebook half closed, eyes down. When jokes flew around, she'd smile just a little too late, like she was catching a punchline that had already left the room. Someone once called her background music, and I laughed. I still regret how easily that laugh came. We were on the same team, shared the same deadlines and stress. Well, at least I shared mine. I complained all the time about the late nights, about how no one noticed the effort I was putting in. Lisa never complained. That should have been my first clue, but I just took it as proof she wasn't really doing much. When a project went well, the credit always went to the loudest voices. And when something went wrong, you could feel the glances drift toward Lisa. Never directly, but just enough. I went along with the unspoken agreement. She was nice, but not essential. Then came the week everything almost fell apart. A huge client started flagging errors, small at first, then huge structural problems that threatened the entire launch. Panic set in. Our manager demanded we fix it by morning. People started arguing, blaming each other. I remember thinking, this is it. This will show who's really pulling their weight. Lisa didn't argue. She just opened her laptop. Her hands moved faster than I'd ever seen them move. She wasn't just fixing the obvious mistakes. She was tracing patterns, following threads all the way back. She was quietly rebuilding entire processes, while the rest of us were just debating temporary patches. Sometime past midnight, I asked her, half annoyed, half exhausted, how she knew where everything was. She looked surprised. "I've been maintaining it," she said simply. "Since the first version?" That didn't make any sense. The first version was 2 years old. She added, "I update it every time something changes. No one ever told me to stop." And that's when it hit me. All those moments I thought she was disengaged, she was listening. All those times she wasn't speaking, she was tracking. While we were showing off, she was sustaining. By morning, the system was working perfectly. The client was thrilled. Our manager congratulated the team. Applause went around the room, and like always, it skipped right over Lisa, and I just watched her clap for everyone else. That's when the story changed for me. I saw the hours I'd never noticed, the jokes I'd laughed at, the assumptions I'd treated as facts. It wasn't that Lisa's work was invisible. It was that I hadn't been looking. It was easier to doubt her than to doubt myself. Easier than admitting that true effort doesn't always need an audience. Lisa left the company a year later. And slowly, everything she held together started to fray. People would ask, "Hey, where's that document?" Or, "Why does this system feel so fragile now?" Someone finally said, "Didn't Lisa handle all that stuff?" I didn't answer. Now, when I think about hard work, I don't picture grand speeches or late-night complaints. I picture Lisa, head down, quietly building something strong, while the rest of us mistook her silence for nothing at all. Not all effort gets applause, but the work that truly matters doesn't stop just because no one is watching. Thanks for joining today.